So this morning we are in a little village, well we would call it a little village, called Playa Quemada.
Yep, Playa Quemada.
It's quite a little quaint little place with really some nice sea fish restaurants along the front of the water. And we are going a walk today. If James shows you, you can see the scar, I don't know if you can. We're just going to go up over the hill and we're going to head towards, where is it James? Is it Fleming or?
So the direction is, over there is Playa Blanca.
So we're going to walk to Fleming. You can walk to Playa Blanca from here, but it would have to be a really early morning. I think that's about 20 to 25 kilometres. So it's certainly not one you could walk there and back. So yeah, let's see what today brings.
Yeah, let's see what today brings. So as Karen says, we're heading up that trail. We'll catch you up there. So Karen mentioned earlier on, there's a cracking restaurant down here in Playa Quemada. Do you remember sitting out there, wifey?
Yeah, just right at the very front.
So it's right at the very front there, and it's an absolutely stunning restaurant. Get some food, get some drinks, watch the sun go down, sit and chill for about an hour. Highly recommend that little restaurant over there. So it goes without saying that when you're walking in Lanzarote, certainly for me, you know, protection hat, sun cream and loads of water. So we're carrying about 3 litres of water with us today.
Well, James is.
Hi, James is. So the reason that they've got that little stick with a bit of tape here is they launch off here with the, I think it's paragliding what they do. Look at that. Gosh, so there's the noise of the sea, in and out, in and out, in and out. So there's a beach down here, and there's just one more beach round the corner there, which I think that we end up dropping down. 2 or 3 folk over there, taking a little break from the zigzagging up the pool, but we're heading over there to go around the coastline. Look at that wifey behind you!
She's behind you! So let's talk about Berry, our little Fiat 500. You know, we've been here, I don't know, maybe 5 times, 6 times. And every car we've got, we've now went down to like a 2-door Fiat, and it's unbelievable just how economical, it gets everything in. It's just a fantastic car. I always thought James would be in and be like Mr. Bean in it, but no, he actually fits and actually looks quite smart in it, to be fair. Just talking about our car.
I don't know if you can see this, but there's a goat farm over there. And we found in this area, there's quite a lot of goat farms. So that's Playa Quemada down there. The lovely restaurant just at the front of the beach, the sea, the stony area.
I don't know if you can see in the distance, you can actually see the marina, Porto Calero.
Yep, so there you go, that's the marina that Karen's talking about, just over there and there, and beyond that, Porto del Carmen. Don't know if you can make this out, but you'll obviously see the boat down there, and it looks like there's a couple of guys, girls in there either snorkeling or scuba diving. So you can see 1 or 2 red buoys as in their markers. Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Ah, yeah.
So there's somebody that's going right to left and dragging a buoy, and then above that person they're going left to right dragging another buoy. So there's 2 people in there. I'm assuming they've came from that little yacht. Maybe they're catching dinner. So we've got a fish farm over there at the left. The beach area down there is called Playa del Pozo. I don't know if you can make that out on the side of the hill. It's like an arrow. Okay, so we've just progressed on a little bit more. I'm doing a little bit to camera because I just want to point something out. I keep saying this in the videos that I've done back home from a Scottish point of view. If you're prepared to put a little bit of effort, you can get to relatively remote places. And just look at that beach there. There's only 2 people on it. So there, I'm assuming they've parked their car over to Playa Quemada and they've walked over here to get this beach to themselves. Or they're just doing part of this sort of walking route area. But the point is, park the car, if you can, go for a little walk, go off the beaten track, and you can get to nice remote areas where there's very little or no people at all. Something to think about. This is where we are just now, altitude of 23 metres at this point. We've came from Playa Quemada 2.5 kilometres away. So that's my point. If you want to put a little bit of effort in, and you can walk from the car park at Playa Quemada down to this lovely beach, have a nice picnic. You'll probably be on your own, although not a lot of people here, so something to think about. And then there's, let me try and pronounce this, so it's Barranco de la Higuera. But there's no easy trails for us and we're heading all the way up there. So we're heading up there to this high point here to have some lunch. And we drink a water.
We, on one of our first adventures, or maybe it wasn't the first time we were here, but when we came we had done this circular route and we found this hill and we just called it our lunch hill because that's where we stopped and had lunch. And on another few different walks that we've done, we've actually, believe it or not, landed back on this hill, not realising it. So we call it our lunchtime hill. And what a lunch we're going to have.
Yeah, our lunch hill.
Our ham, cheese, nice salad, and a chocolate for pudding.
Yum yum.
Wow, we have arrived.
We sure have.
Wowsy, wowsy. And the sun is shining. It's lovely and warm, nice breeze. And a cactus. Quite a big cactus actually. So lunch is over and it was really nice.
What did you have for lunch, Karen?
Well, James had brought, we had fajitas last night for dinner, but there were still some wraps which James brought along and we put our normal lunch in it, which was quite nice, to be fair. So now we've had our lunch and what we're doing is Playa Quemada's over there, but we're going to head left and we're going to go down, take a right, and we end up hitting a path that then takes us back along, so we'll be going low back towards the beach. If you can remember when we came over from Playa Quemada, there was 2 people on it, and then we'll do our climb back up onto the hill and back home. It's been a glorious day. There is some cloud in the sky, but when that sun comes through, gosh, it's strong.
It is a strong sun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we had a great time having some lunch. I'm going to point something out, and I'm saying this and I know you can't make it out, but I'm going to do it anyway. There's a number of goats that are just maybe about 20 metres from the top of that hill. At the start of the walk I was telling you about the goat farms, etc. There's a really big goat farm up there, and I'm assuming these goats are from that farm. And there's also other pens for these goats down there too. So I'm making an assumption that they're getting driven from the drop-off point round here down to the pens. So that's where we had our lunch. There's gorgeous Karen.
I'm here. I'm just about to tip myself right off the edge of the mountain.
Don't do it, Karen, don't do it.
I suppose this has actually cut quite a bit off the walk, hasn't it?
Aye.
So we found this path when we were coming down. We actually thought we were going to have to go really quite far up there left to come back down that really, really thin line you can see down the bottom. But Karen, with her beady eyes, noticed this path, which James thought took us back up, but it's going down.
Yeah.
So we are going to go down onto that path, but I think we have cut, we've not coming back in ourselves, so we've probably cut quite a bit off actually.
Yeah. So we're down to the finger post down there, along the track, following the pylons, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Actually quite amazing actually, still got something in it. Wow. I wonder how long that's been there.
Anyway, we've came from that top up there, all the way down the shoulder, all the way down here. And the plan is, what's the plan, Karen?
We're walking to the beach. We're going to the beach to build sandcastles.
There we go, we're going to sandcastles. We're going to the beach to build sandcastles, folks.
Maybe going for a swim.
Maybe going for a swim, wow. So what have you thought of this walk so far, Karen?
Yeah, it's been, again, it's another different bit we found of it. Although we knew this path existed, this low path.
Yeah.
We've never actually walked on it. But yeah, it's good. But just to let you all know, my plans were to do a bigger walk, which would have probably been another hour on easy. But James was like, I don't think you realise how far it is, Karen. So James won. No point fighting and arguing.
Okay, so we're going to pick this up later down at the beach.
Yeah. Well, that path was longer than what I thought it was going to be. And it was flat, but God, it was hard to walk on. But that's just a moan. It was good, brilliant. So we're now heading up the hill back to Playa Quemada. So we're all good. We've got the vitamin D in our skin and we're laughing.
We're laughing. We are absolutely laughing. It's 20 plus degrees and it's minging hot, absolutely hot. Look at that view, guys. Look at the view. Come to Lanzarote and just go for a wee walk about the place. Right, so this is us hooked up to the part that we've came from at the start of the walk from Playa Quemada all the way down to this beach, and we went the circular walk all the way around there, around our lunch hill. So I'll catch you guys back at the car. Okay, so here we are at the restaurant that I pointed out at the start of the walk, and here's to a good walk, Karen. Cheers.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers, folks.
Amazing.
How's that? How's your walk then, Karen?
Well, it was fantastic. What a brilliant end to it, to come back down to our restaurant But we could have sat in the restaurant. These seats are new, they weren't there last year, but you know when you're having a drink, loving the sunshine. Brilliant. Looking out to the sea. I'm sure we'll be back here for food.
Yeah, so we're going to come back here for food at some time. Don't know when, but we will come back for some food. But that's our walk for today done.
Yes.
We'll polish this off and we'll head back to the apartment for some more bubbles. So it's hasta luego for me.
And over and out for me.
Love it, love it. Over and out.